Hi guys, and welcome to my kitchen and this week's video and a little bit of shine because the video here is right next to my bed, which, like I said, even though cage busting is all about admitting there is a messy middle, that no one busts out perfectly shiny. You don't get to jump from caterpillar straight to butterfly. There is that cocoon phase in between. Even I'm not going to submit you guys to listening to the fan blasting, but it is so hot that and the kid's only gone for like an hour or so, and you can see the sweat rolling off me. So this is gonna be a really quick video. And if you're kind of like, Sherry, your hair's grown so much in the last week, it's because this is what the whole point of cage busting is. I made that video months ago and I just didn't get a chance to actually upload it and make some kind of a plan to start talking to people on video, even though I promised myself I really want to get this out. And I think it's just something that's really important that we need to roll with as human beings, as cage busters, as someone who wants to live a full and shiny life, shiny in more than one way, is that it's not always going to look the way we want it to look. And as soon as we can accept that, as soon as we release some of that control, as soon as we start listening to our freedom thieves telling us that if it's not perfect, if it's not envious worthy, if it's not something that, you know, you can stand by 100%, then it isn't to be done. But let's face it, there's very few things that we can stand by 100%. Our freedom thieves are very vicious, they're very insidious, they're constantly talking to us, and they're very rarely talking to us in a supportive, happy voice, telling us all the things we can do, instead of telling us all the ways it can go wrong, all the ways people can make fun of us. And let's face it, chances are most people aren't even going to watch this video, so I should be putting it out here and practicing and getting it out, rather than letting myself talk about all the reasons I don't have a plan for it or anything like that. So I finally, you know, overcome my own freedom thieves to finally get these out and just kind of roll with it and see how they go. I'm going to treat them as lives until I can finally get them live, and that's the purpose. So long story short, with lots of so's, because, you know, I'm awkward like that, is that today's video is actually to invite you to take a look at the Find Your Key experience in the member vault, the Cage Busters Academy member vault, which I'll drop the link down below. And basically it's a 3-day, 3-video worksheets journey, also filmed about 2 years ago, still in Guadeloupe on the old Falcor outside. So, you know, this is stuff that I've been thinking about for a while and planning, and it just doesn't come to fruit the way I wanted to, or as fast as I wanted it to. And at the same time, learning to let go and learning not to control it, and learning to accept that things have their own timeline that I need to kind of roll with, especially with small children in the house, has made me dramatically happier. I'm much more easier to be around, both in my own head as well as my partner and my kids. And I think that's also something important to remember, that sometimes your freedom thieves are actually just telling you what something should look like and how fast it has to be, when in reality it can be whatever it needs to look like, however long it takes. Just be there to relax, to enjoy. Are you well fed? Are you happy? Are you not going to be kicked out into the street next week? If you have these 3 basic things, then you're doing pretty okay, and you can roll with it and improve. And if those 3 things aren't there, then you deal with those first and then come back to it. You know, don't worry about what it looks like on video. And I think this is something that's really important with cage busting, and something to think about when you're going through the Find Your Key experience and you're thinking about, you know, your own freedom thieves and what's stopping you from living the life you want. Most of it has to do with the whole Instagram envy. My life isn't as shiny and perfect as I want it to be. No one's life is as shiny and perfect as you want it to be, and you have to stop letting your freedom thieves jump in and tell you that kind of stuff. Instead, you know, start with where you are. Maybe you are in the middle of the cocoon and you're really messy and you're sweating and you're not getting the videos out as fast as you want. It's in my own thing. But when you stop trying to force, when you stop trying to control, and you start slowing down, you start telling yourself, why do I feel this way? What freedom thief is trying to stop me from doing this? And how is it also trying to protect me? Because that's the important thing to remember with freedom thieves, is that even though they are jailers in your head, and it's like Stockholm of the mind, or Stockholm syndrome of the mind, they also have a reason for doing that. They want to protect you somehow. And as soon as you understand why they're trying to protect you, you can actually start working with them to get around them and then eventually over them. And before you know it, you bust it out into your own cage. I know, because like I said, it's taken me a long time, but the important thing to remember too is that it's never ever going to stop. So it's just up and up and up, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, now Sherry, why would I ever sign up for anything like that if you're telling me I can't actually fix anything? I'm not saying that it's not fixable. If that's the whole point, is that it's always going to be better and better and better, and you get to be going to a deeper relationship with yourself as long as you start working from the inside out instead of the outside in. And that's why I want to show the shiny. I want to show the not so good shiny, as well as the actual shiny, because sometimes the shininess is just a bar that's keeping you inside a golden cage, and sometimes the shininess is also just something you need to work through and come out the other side and get to be the butterfly in the end. You don't know until you've done it and experimented it, and I think the important thing is that that's what life's about. Life's never about perfection. It's like a niacin has always said, perfection is static, and I'm in full motion. And living on a boat, I'm in full motion in more ways than some, but I'm especially in full motion in terms of growth, and this is one thing that the book is about. And I hope that when it comes out in January, find a video, check it out. But if not, even still, there's lots of stuff that's going into the Academy and on the mailing list, and it's going to grow as it comes. And if you're all about trying to go with, you know what, I am in the middle of my own messy middle, and I'm so sick of looking at Instagram and going, bleh, because you don't have that life. But the fact is, even the people who are showing you that life, they don't have that life. You know, you look at my Instagram feed, and I have very much, you know, that I live in a boat and I sail around the Caribbean islands, and it's a beautiful feed most of the time. And I have a fantastic life, but it's not a perfect life. It's far from perfect, and they'll always have challenges, and both within myself and my family and my partner and everywhere else, there's always things to learn from, to grow from, and to get better. And I think the important thing is not to fight that part, but rather to fight the part of you that's trying to say that if it can't be perfect, I shouldn't do it. And if it can't be perfect, it's not worth trying. And if it can't be perfect, then I'm an idiot, so why not just stay here and small? Because that's your freedom thieves, keeping you safe by keeping you small, by trying to kill you in the long run, because it's like, well, you know what, your soul is dead, but at least you're breathing. That's a small price to pay. No, it's a huge price to pay. Don't give into it. So I'm going to start my rambling this month, or this week right now. I want to get this loaded up and everything before the kids come. But check out the link down below. You can get the Find Your Key experience. You'll also notice that, again, the hair is different. It's because it was done 2 years ago. If I haven't already said that, I don't know. Because I'm like, Sherry, why are you doing this to yourself? Because it's a growth experience. I'm going to make myself do it. That's Dork Princess rides again. So I hope to see you on the other side. The cool thing with the experience in VIP member vault is that you can also leave comments for me to see. That's only for me to see. That's private, so that's cool. So check it out, enjoy it, find out what your freedom thieves are and how to find the key to experience of breaking out of your own cage, and if nothing else, enjoy my awkwardness.